Hi, my name is Bob Bourgeois. I'm with Group 1. Our case was Jensen versus IBM. I am going to do sections 3 and 4, which is the court's decision and the reason that they came to that decision. At hand here is a dispute over a sales incentive program. The suit was affirmed by a published opinion of the Virginia Court of Appeals, and Judge Niemeyer wrote the decision. And this was what their findings were. They said that Jensen tried to treat this case, the case dispute, saying that this was an actual contract that was able to be offered and accepted. But after reviewing the various communications about the sales incentive plan, the court viewed this case as an effort by Jensen to create an enforceable contract out of a policy that expressed IBM's contrary intentions. The court found that IBM's sales incentive plan was no more than an announcement of a policy expressing its intent to pay incentives in specified amounts, but retaining full discretion to determine when those amounts, what those amounts would be, and it would have to be at the time of them actually being paid. The court also determined that the description of the plan did not amount to an offer to enter into a contract, but the announcement of a non-binding intention, much like an employer offering a bonus at the end of the year if the company does well. IBM argued that specific amounts were expressed and paid to Jensen, but the court found that any disagreement over what was announced and does not form the basis for a lawsuit for a breach of contract. In order to be successful in his contract claim, Jensen would have to show that IBM made an offer, and the offer would, stipulate that he would be paid $2.6 million on a sale, on a retail or a contract sale of $24 million, and that he could accept that offer by performing that sale. Jensen fails on the very first requirement the court finds because the documents on which he relies does not manifest IBM's willingness to extend any offer to enter into a contract. The term of IBM's sales incentive plan makes it clear that they are not to be construed as an offer that can be entered except as an accepted form of a contract. If the court were to take the plan as an offer, as Jensen urges them to do, he would nonetheless be bound by the full terms of the contract, of the offer, and could not just select certain terms that he elected to. There were certain terms in the contract that were listed in the company's intranet, and the employees were urged to research that so that they fully understood what all the concepts of the offer were. In the end of it all, IBM software and sales incentive plan expressed only the company's desire and intention to reward Jensen in 2001 based on his sales, which they actually paid him in excess of $1 million on a salary of, roughly a base salary of $150,000. The appeals court affirmed the district court's ruling that the documents describing IBM's sales incentive plan did not constitute an offer which Jensen could accept to form a binding contract. At most, IBM announced a policy of payment in which it reserved discretion to itself to make the payment and to determine its amount, much like it would have handled a yearly bonuses. And that concludes my portion of sections 3 and 4, the court's decision, and the reason that they came to those to that decision. Thank you.